Tennessee and this honorable commission. At this time, BCSO Chaplain Paul Darren will lead us in prayer.
My pleasure to do this. Father, we just thank you so much for your blessings. God, we live in a world that is often divided. We live in a world that's often struggling. Lord, your word declares that you desire to forgive our sins and to heal our lands. And Lord, that what you ask of us is if we'll call on your name, humble ourselves before you and seek your face and turn from our wicked ways. God, I pray that today we will surrender ourselves to you, to hear your voice, to be led by you, to be directed by you. God, I pray for each one of these wonderful commissioners, all the leaders in this room. I pray that your Holy Spirit will lead and guide them. Lord, direct to the conversations today. Lord, let everything be done according to your perfect will and your perfect plan. We give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. At this time, BCSO deputies will lead us in the pledge of allegiance to the American flag.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Y'all may be seated. Reminder, if you have cell phones, turn them on silent or vibrate, please.
Welcome everyone to the Board of Commissioners meeting for Thursday, May 21st, 2026. At this time, we will pause for the emergency evacuation procedures announcement.
Before we get started, let me read the emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency evacuation, an alarm will sound. Everyone should exit the building by way of the nearest stairwell in a safe and effective manner. If the nearest stairwell is blocked by smoke, use the other stairwell. Do not use the elevator. Once you've reached the main floor, follow the exit signs and exit the building and quickly proceed away from the building. Please be mindful of others evacuating and of emergency vehicles.
All right. Thank you, Chaplain. Thank you, deputies, for leading us in the invocation and in the Pledge of Allegiance. Madam Clerk, at this time, please take the roll call.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 members present, 6 members absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I will declare that a quorum is in attendance. Commissioner Reagan had a conflict. Commissioners Bennett and Bowers are with the Heritage Mountaineers, who are competing in the state semifinals of the state baseball tournament. So we'll be rooting for them as they continue to advance. Commissioner Kaler had a medical conflict, and Commissioner Webb also had a conflict. At this time, we'll move on to item A, setting of the agenda. Chair will stand for a motion to set the agenda as published. I have a motion from Commissioner Martin, second from Commissioner Bright. Any discussion on setting the agenda? Seeing none, if you're in favor of setting the agenda as published, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and the agenda is set as published. Item B, general consent calendar. We've got a motion to adopt the general consent calendar from Commissioner Carver, second from Commissioner French. Any discussion on the general consent calendar? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting the general consent calendar, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and the general consent calendar is adopted. Item C, public input on items on the agenda. First, I just need to say, if you're here to speak to us about Pellissippi or AI data centers, neither one of those items is on the agenda, so you'll need to wait until the end of the agenda, which is item I, public input on items not on the agenda, right before the adjournment, to address us on those. So at this time, I'll ask, is there any public input on items on the agenda? If so, please raise your hand. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to item D, budget consent calendar. Chair will stand for a motion to adopt the budget consent calendar. I have a motion from Commissioner Bright, second from Commissioner McMahon. Any discussion on the budget consent calendar? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting the budget consent calendar, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and the budget consent calendar is adopted. Item E, elections, appointments, and confirmations. Madam Clerk, please read the item.
Confirmation to appoint Thomas Lloyd as Blount County Building Commissioner.
I have a motion from Commissioner Carver with a second from Commissioner Giles to confirm the appointment of Thomas Lloyd as Blount County Building Commissioner. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of the confirmation, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, that confirmation is approved. Item F, unfinished business, there is none. Item G, new business. Madam Clerk, please read the items.
Resolution number 265-002, budget increase education capital, $1,803,400. Appropriate education capital funds to replace the roof and repair the brick at Friendsville Elementary School. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee, 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2605002 from Commissioner McMahan, second from Commissioner Bledsoe. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 2605002, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 2605002 is adopted.
Resolution number 265-003, budget increase education capital, $1,768,100. Appropriate education capital funds to renovate the tracks at Heritage High School and William Blount High School. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee, 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2605003 from Commissioner Giles, second from Commissioner Akerd. Commissioner Giles, you're recognized for the first time on the motion to adopt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to share with my fellow commissioners that initially I was struggling with funding this particular activity because I thought there was probably other ways to spend some of the public funds that could help the overall education system in Blount County. But after having a conversation with a member of the education group, actually from the superintendent or from the chairman of the Board of Education, I was given some additional information which convinced me that this is absolutely the right way to spend the money, and I fully support this resolution to spend this money for these tracks at this point in time.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any further discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 2605003, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 2605003 is adopted.
Resolution number 265-004, budget transfer, general purpose school fund, $725,000. Transfer funds to contracts with vehicle owners to comply with the corrective action plan put in place by the auditors. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee, 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2605004 from Commissioner Carver, second from Commissioner Martin. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 2605004, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 2605004 is adopted.
Resolution number 265-005, budget increase, Blount County Sheriff's Office, $186,875. Appropriate general county funds to pay for prior year inmate medical claim bill. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee, 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2605005 from Commissioner Hanna, second from Commissioner Akerd. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 2605005, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Commissioner Hannah? Thank you. Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 26-05005 is adopted.
Resolution number 265006, budget increase general admin projects, $153,500. Appropriate general county funds for design fees for proposed addition and renovation of the Animal Center. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 26-05006 from Commissioner Carver, second from Commissioner Akerd. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 26-05006, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 26-05006 is adopted.
Resolution number 265007, budget transfer. General purpose school fund, $74,600. Transfer funds to instructional supplies to appropriate funding awarded through the Tennessee Tutoring Innovation Grant. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee 5-0.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 26-05007 from Commissioner Carver, second from Commissioner Hannah. Any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 26-05007, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Commissioner French? Thank you. Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 26-05007 is adopted.
Resolution number 265008, budget increase education capital, $46,078. Appropriate education capital funds for change order 001 for the Heritage Middle School roof replacement. Referred to full commission with a favorable recommendation by the Budget Committee 5-0.
Have a motion to adopt resolution number 26-05008 from Commissioner McMahon, second from Commissioner Akerd. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 26-05008, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 15 yes votes.
15 yes, the motion carries, and resolution number 26-05008 is adopted.
Resolution number 265012, a resolution to amend the zoning map of Blount County, Tennessee from R1, Rural District 1, to RAC, Rural Arterial Commercial District, for a 3.75 acre portion of a 5.069 acre tract of land located at 4750 East Lamar Alexander Parkway, Blount County, Tennessee, tax map 60, parcel 182.16.
I have a motion to adopt resolution number 26-05012 from Commissioner Carver, second from Commissioner Wells. Any discussion? Oh, I see Commissioner French, you're recognized for the first time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As in the past, this has been my pet peeve since I've been a member of this body. I feel, are doing a disservice to the county because we're letting tax dollars slip away from us. And we have for a long time. When these pieces of property are rezoned to commercial, they should be assessed at a 40% assessment instead of a 25% assessment. I refer to TCA 65-5-5-501, paragraph 4. It states, industrial and commercial property includes all property of every kind used directly or indirectly, or, key phrase here, held for use. Held for use. That means if it's zoned commercial, it's being held for use for a commercial venture. And it goes on to say that held for use for any commercial, mining, industrial, manufacturing, trade, professional club, whether public or private, non-exempt lodge, business, or similar purpose, whether conducted for profit or not. That statement is directly out of TCA 67.5-501. There's another TCA 67.5-801. And it is in paragraph 606 in TCA, subparagraph C, subparagraph 1. There are 8 parameters that are listed there. And it states in those parameters the different things that have to be met. Then in paragraph 2 it states, if after consideration of all such factors, any such real property does not fall within any of these foregoing definitions and classifications, such property shall be classified and assessed as farm and residential property. Now, if you look at these 8 parameters, if you go in and read the TCA, there are parameters in there that this property falls within. Therefore, it should be classified commercial or assessed as commercial. Now, like I said, I have voted nay in the past, and for that reason and for these reasons, because of TCA, how you can get around the TCA is beyond me. 2 TCAs is beyond me. I don't understand it. But for that reason, I can't support this resolution.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any further discussion? Seeing none, if you're in favor of adopting resolution number 2605012, vote yes. If you're not in favor, vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 13 yes votes and 2 no votes.
13 yes, 2 no. The motion carries, and resolution number 2605012 is adopted. All right, at this time, we'll move on to item H, announcements and statements. I think someone's celebrating outside. All right, item H, announcements and statements. Blount County government offices will be closed in observance of Memorial Day on Monday, May 25th. The Blount 250 Committee will meet Tuesday, May 26th at 5 p.m. in Meeting Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. The Blount County Planning Commission will meet Thursday, May 28th at 5:30 p.m. in Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. The Public Service Committee will meet Tuesday, June 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Blount County Operations Center. The Blount 250 Committee will meet Tuesday, June 2nd at 5 p.m. in Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. The Animal Center Advisory Board will meet Tuesday, June 2nd at 6 p.m. at the Blount County Animal Center. Drafted resolutions for agenda items are due by noon, Thursday, June 4th. The Board of Zoning Appeals will meet Thursday, June 4th at 6 p.m. in Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. The Blount 250 Committee will meet Tuesday, June 9th at 5 p.m. in Meeting Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. A public hearing for fiscal year 26-27 will be held Thursday, June 11th at 5 p.m., followed by the Budget Committee at 5 p.m. in Meeting Room 430 of the Blount County Courthouse. A zoning public hearing will be held Thursday, June 11th at 5:45 p.m., followed by the Commission Workshop at 6 p.m. in Meeting Room 430 at the Blount County Courthouse. Any other announcements or statements? Commissioner Wells, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to take a second and recognize our friend and public servant, Curtis Moore. Curtis, this is his last regular commission meeting tonight, and prior to his retirement in, 15 days, sir? And I would like to recognize him for his faithful service to Blount County. 27 years, I believe, 27 years he served here and served us in this particular room and has done a phenomenal job. I'll miss hearing his call at the beginning of the meeting. His total years of service in law enforcement, 45 years. to serve here in the state of Tennessee. So, Curtis, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mayor Mitchell, you're recognized.
Yes, I just wanted to remind everybody the Memorial Day, Veterans Day celebration will be this Saturday at 10 o'clock at Rio Revolution, where we honor the veterans. This is Memorial Day. I don't want to lose the impact that this has had on our country. When you look at that memorial out there, the names of those soldiers out there all died in the battle, defending our freedom. If you have just an opportunity this weekend, take some time and hold them in your prayers and in your thoughts, and we will be having a celebration at Rio. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Any other announcements or statements? All right, before we move on, I have just a brief statement that I would like to read. Commissioners, as you know, we've had a lot of interest in the issue of AI data centers, and as you all know, this commission and this county government have planning authority only over those areas outside the city boundaries. As far as I'm aware, we haven't had any proposed data centers in our planning jurisdiction. However, I've been conducting some research on the issue, and some other counties have passed some resolutions, so I forwarded that information to our county attorney and requested that he review it and look into whether we can strengthen or whether we should strengthen our own zoning regulations. So just be on the lookout for that soon. Any other announcements or statements? Seeing none, we'll move on to item I, public input on items not on the agenda. I'm going to call the cards first. Speakers, when you come up, please remember you have 3 minutes to speak. Please tell us your name, the district in which you live if you know it. Please address the commission as a whole or the chair, not individual commissioners. And please tell us what you're speaking to us about. First, I've got Michelle Stevens.
Hello, Board.
Hello.
I'm over the time limit, is what I'm here to discuss.
She needs to speak.
I
Ma'am,
come to you.
Can you make sure you speak into the microphone so we can get it on the recording and so everyone up here can?
Okay, can you
Thank
hear me better now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Hello, Board. I come to you as a child of God in the peace and love of Jesus Christ. As one of the people, sui juris, who hold all political power. The Tennessee Constitution, Article 1, Section 23, declares, the citizens have a right in a peaceful manner to assemble together for their own common good, to instruct their representatives, and to apply those invested with powers of government for redress of grievance. This is a right, not a privilege granted by government. It is an inherited right from God to the people. All political power resides in us. Government exists only as our trustees. The First Amendment in the U.S. Constitution reinforces this. Congress shall make no law abridging the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievance. These are not suggestions. They are the supreme law of the land. Yet across Tennessee and this nation, officials oppose arbitrary limits on public comments, cutting microphones and silencing grievances. These restrictions do not merely inconvenience, they abridge the very right to petition and redress guaranteed both by constitutions. They turn a sacred constitutional duty into a scripted formality. Every public official has sworn a solemn oath under the Tennessee Constitution and Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution to support these charters and faithfully discharge their duties. Maxim of law reminds us there is no stronger link or bond between men than an oath. Where there is a right, there is a remedy. Individual liberties are antecedent to government. The main object of government is their protection. Marbury versus Madison reminds us we have a government of laws, not of men. If the law furnishes no remedy for violations of a vested right, government ceases to deserve its name. When you ration the people's voice with stopwatches, you breach your oath, deny remedy, and violate the fundamental compact between servant and sovereign. Public servants, you hold office only by we the people. Your oath is not ceremonial. It is binding. Accepting the oath binds you to its obligation. Imposing rules that prevent full, meaningful redress is not administration, it is maladministration in direct violation of the supreme law of the land. We the people demand you honor your sworn oaths. Remove these unconstitutional time barriers. Restore open, meaningful public comments so the sovereign people can fully instruct their representatives and petition for redress of grievance. The Constitution does not permit you to silence us. The maxims of law do not allow you to evade accountability. Return to the first principles, antecedent rights, binding oaths in faithful service to the
I'm very
people.
sorry, but your time has expired.
The right to redress grievances belong to we the
Ma'am.
people. Protect or omit, you no longer serve under the Constitution.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Mark Oliver.
My name's Mark Oliver. I want to address you all. I go to church at New Hope Baptist Church. For almost 3 years, we've been going to 911 and pray second Sunday every month, and I just come up to invite all of you, anybody that wants to come. Anywhere from 12:15 to 12:45, we get there, we might pray 5 minutes, 30 minutes, we don't know. But I just wanted to come and invite you all to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Oceana Moore. And speakers, I forgot this part of my speech at the beginning. We don't do back and forth during this time, so that's not any reflection on the speakers so far, but that's just part of my speech I forgot to say, and that's part of our commission rules. Go ahead, Ms. Moore.
Good morning, ma'ams and sirs. My name is Oshana Moore, and I live in Walland, Tennessee. I'm here about the data centers because I'm kind of concerned. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever lived, and I've lived many places, being I was in the military. I don't know, it just feels like people are running and jumping off a bridge, and the river is made of money because it's a lot of money that it brings in, these data centers. But I don't know if anybody's thinking about there might be rocks at the bottom, i.e. like, what happens if something goes wrong? What happens to the people that live and work in the community, like noise pollution and things like that? Also, this is the first generation of children that is underperforming their parents, and their critical thinking skills are plummeting. So I don't know if this is something we want to support in this county, and I don't know, I'm just kind of worried about it. And that's about, I just wanted to say something about that, and thank you. I have to go feed my son and go to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. All right, next we have Anna Gibson.
Hi. First of all, this is my first Blount County meeting, so I usually go to town meetings, so this was very interesting to witness all of you. I will say I am shocked that there is not more discussion. That is a little concerning to me, that you do not deliberate on anything. So where are you talking about it if it's not in here for the public? Beyond that, I want to speak out about the corruption in Louisville, Tennessee. It is severe. It is pervasive, and it is criminal. The first thing that I was identified with was an illegal building permit. This is a felony offense to falsify a building permit. Thankfully, through my pressures, that building official resigned. However, he is still the building official in Friendsville. So congratulations, Friendsville, you now have our problems. Beyond that, a lot of the corruption stems from Mayor Pugh, who continually denies public records requests. The most recent was related to our massive development town workshop that she is claiming is the developers meeting and will not give any information about it, including all the public comments forms that were filled out. She said, those are the developers. Well, if I was the developer and you came to Louisville and Louisville residents said, I don't want your development, what would you do? You'd probably throw all those comment forms in the trash. When I asked our planning commission, are you going to read those? The response from Mayor Pugh was, they're the developers. No, we're not going to read them. This is a complete disregard for our citizens, our public voice, and it is happening all the time. Now, I look at our budget. We are a cash-heavy budget, and we have a new capital outlay that is put on our budget that conveniently shows we have a $1.3 million expense planned in a category that we usually spend $200,000 in. And Mayor Pugh is pushing a narrative that says, oh, we're having money problems, so we need commercial development. This is a lie, and also concerns me that we feel the need to falsify our budget to justify development concerns. I have tried to bring these concerns to the Sheriff's Department, like why we are falsifying public records, like meeting minutes. Why are we falsifying building permits? Those are all felonies. Our Sheriff Department has done nothing about it. But side note, I really love Tyler Sexton from the Sheriff's Department. He comes to all our meetings, he's very kind, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, that's all the cards I have, so at this time I'll ask for any hands of people who wish to speak. Yes, sir, there with the green card you're holding up.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
That's okay. You can come forward at this time.
I'll give it to you for a lady.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
My name's Ken Linderman. I live in Wallen. I came to this meeting because I thought there might be some discussion about AI scale data centers. Hearing a lot of stuff about them, other jurisdictions having difficulties with them. And in fact, other jurisdictions are actually changing regulations to have moratoriums to give themselves time to, I guess, modify protections for the communities. And if I perhaps misunderstood you, is this not the body that would discuss AI data centers in the county?
I'm going to bend the rules a little bit. We have jurisdiction over zoning in the unincorporated parts of the county, not the cities.
Okay. So to the extent that we have concern about AI scale data centers, what would be the best, or will there be information forthcoming in the public that would direct us how to communicate with those government entities to show displeasure with them in the Blount County area? I know for a fact that there are some, well, maybe not for a fact, but I have heard rumblings that some of the Alcoa property is being considered for one of those AI scale data centers, but I don't recall anybody talking about it, and I just would like to talk about it.
Now's your time, sir. You can.
Yeah.
This is right
So,
off the agenda.
we're hearing a lot of things about, water usage, significant water usages, disrupting local utility, talking about rate increases on the electricity due to the electrical demand. And I'm not talking about AI data centers. They're everywhere. They crunch numbers. I'm talking specifically about AI scale superintelligence data centers. Take up multiple football fields in size. And quite frankly, I just simply want to know why Blount County would even need one of them. What would be the benefit of one of these monsters in Blount County? I mean, I can see why the utilities would want one, because they get more money. I could see why government would want one, because when you hear them talking about things like central bank digital currency, digital ID, social credit scoring, and enhancing the surveillance state, yeah, I can see why a government would want one, but I don't know why the people would want one. So just wanted to put that out there, something we might want to talk about.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll get you one of these.
Thank you, sir. All right, everyone, I appreciate the participation. Please keep it to a minimum when the speaker's timer is going, because it's eating into their time, and we want to hear what the gentlemen and gentleladies want to say. Anyone else that wishes to speak to items? Yes, sir, right here on the front.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Brian Thompson. I'm in District 3. And I also wanted to speak about the data centers. They are coming up everywhere. America's lead, the fastest growing area where they're being developed. We're looking at 14 to 23% compounding annual growth rate. That's how fast they're going in. A medium-sized one uses as much water as 1,000 households daily. All right? If we're worried about the infrastructure and this pace of development in Blount County, then this really does warrant vigilance to avoid. The property in question that I believe we're hearing about is the old Alcoa South plant on North Hall Road. And while that may be within the boundaries of Maryville or Alcoa, it is a prime spot. Alcoa, the company, not the town, is on public record saying they want to sell 10 of their industrial properties, specifically for data center development. And the South plant property is 400 acres, directly adjacent to high voltage transmission lines. It is a prime piece for development. That's where they'll probably put it. And it won't be the only one. They'll squeeze in as many as they can. The Tennessee Valley is filled with hydropower and with water, and they need all the power and water they can get. So I would look to our leaders for commitment, and Jared, I really appreciate the initiative you took, to stay on this, all right? On behalf of your voters, on behalf of your constituents, I'm the third or fourth person to speak to you about it. It will happen. They will come. There's opportunity here. They're not blind to opportunity. They're a business. They will come with this proposal. It is only a matter of time, and they will come with all their ducks in a row, and it will happen incredibly fast. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I see a hand right there. Ma'am? Yes. Please come forward.
Thank you. My name is Wendy Cruz. I live in Maryville. Also hear about the AI data centers and concern. I have done some research on it, and large AI centers can consume as much power as 100,000 homes, which significantly strains the local energy grids. The demand for energy can lead to higher electric rates for all the local residents that usually carry the burden. The larger data centers consume 5 million gallons of water daily. And in some people where they have the data centers, they're already being restricted. The people are restricted so the AI centers can get the water. This is an agriculture area. It's a beautiful area, and I don't want to see it destroyed with that and have people competing with AI centers. It also creates increased competition for water. It leads to emissions of nitrogen oxides, methane, and particulate matter. This can increase respiratory issues and health problems for nearby communities. The cooling systems and backup generators can generate noise levels exceeding 90 decibels, which disrupt the peace and quiet of residential areas. The light pollution, it can disrupt, the continuous lighting disrupts local wildlife and affects resident sleep patterns. The health risks, and this is from AI also. So the pollution and stuff leads to long-term health issues, including stress, insomnia, increased rates of respiratory diseases. Also can decrease property values and changes in the local demographics. So we are opposed to this, and many of my friends in the neighborhood are opposed to these being built in our area. They need to build these out in the middle of nowhere where there's a lot of land, not where residents and people live. I thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your service.
Ma'am. I see a hand right here about 3/4 of the way back. Yes, ma'am. Please come forward.
Hi, my name is Crystal Ferguson. I live in Louisville. I've lived here my whole life. This is my first meeting because it's the first time I've ever cared to speak out or thought that my voice would matter. But I came about the same data centers that everybody here is talking about and worried about. We know that you're saying they're not coming into the Blount County area, but we want to voice our opinions now because our children and their futures and our own futures rely on water and electricity and everything that these data centers are going to take. These are going to take pure, fresh, clean water. They do not take used up water. They're going to take from our beautiful rivers. It's going to run our animals and our wildlife off from all the noise and pollution. It's going to affect our children. It's going to affect reproductivity. So, I mean, you're saying they're not coming to Blount County, but guess what? Blount County, Alcoa, Maryville, this is all of us. And when you say Blount County, Alcoa, my neighborhood is right next to Alcoa. I'm living on a line. So, I mean, to me, the counties doesn't matter on this. It's, you know, we're all in this area, we're all together. Like I said, it has constant noise, low frequency, cellular breakdown, loss of property value, the use of end-of-days technology, total oppression in the local area, ground vibration from natural gas turbines, aquifer depletion, groundwater management issues for neighbors, light pollution, precious metal supply shortage, massive energy consumption, higher electricity bills, water rationing for local residents, air contamination, increased cases of asthma locally, electronic waste of hazardous materials and disposable, vast land use changes, destroying wildlife habitats, destroying human habitats, destroying the natural filtering of groundwater, zero to minimal local jobs, enormous construction sites, upgrading of local power and water infrastructure, little to no transparency of full development plans, immense damage to local roads, extreme fire risks in areas with small fire departments, diesel generator backup systems, large use of lithium batteries, lower quality of life for pre-existing residents, increased risk of cancer, unattractive industrial buildings, risk of blackouts, death of beauty, intimidation of residents to ration resources, brain tumors, loss of bone density in children, lack of sleep,
Ma'am,
loss of...
sorry to say your time has expired.
I'm sorry, but thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Right here directly in the back. And speakers, if you have a card that you didn't submit and you want to submit it for the records, please just hand that to, leave it there on the table, or before you leave, give it to one of us.
Good evening, Commissioners. I am aware that you have already thoughtfully considered the impacts a data center would have on our community.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, before, can you give us your name and your district?
I'm sorry, yes. Amanda Galbraith, District 2.
Thank you.
I thank you for that. The fact that you don't have an active proposal is good news because it means you can do something with zoning now because it's illegal to zone against things. The fact that you don't have an active proposal is great. I'm here tonight to voice my opposition to a data center and ask that any further decisions or discussions about data centers consider the following. First, monitoring and enforcing limits on electric and water resources that any company wishing to conduct business in Blount County would be subject to. Two, consider not only the impacts to air I don't know what happened. Oh, I moved. Consider not only impacts to air quality, temperature, and sound, but also the light and sound pollution, and the potential mercury contamination with replacement and updating of equipment. Also, be aware the discharge temperature of water and its impacts on the natural resources that draw people to Blount County and this area. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, anyone else who wishes to speak? Yes, sir.
Thank you all. My name is Joshua Shelton, District 7. Like many, I'm here to speak about AI data centers. So, as you said, the actual sites on which these centers may be constructed are not necessarily within your jurisdiction. The resources that these centers require do run through your territory. Water is going to be at a premium. Power is going to be at a premium. And if you don't believe me, just look at our neighbor. Data centers already take up over 9% of the KUB grid in Knoxville. This is not going to be, and those are not even AI data centers, those are standard data centers. When they convert them, the power usage will triple or quadruple even. As you've already been able to notice, there's quite a lot of backlash to this concept. People are angry, and that anger is becoming palpable. How we respond to that will be remembered and will be public record. I believe that we can still put this genie back in the bottle. A lot of the times when new technology is created, there's nothing you can do about it. It's here, it exists, it's everywhere. The difference with this is the resources that it requires. We are in control of this. If something requires the power to run an entire city just for one building, that is very much a bottle that we control. And so, with cooperation with your city counterparts, it would be wise to pass some sort of restrictions on the construction of data centers in this area. No one wants it, and really there's not much good use for it that's being put to work. Theoretically, AI could lead to medical advancements. It's true. But what is it actually being used for? To summarize an email, every single time someone generates a picture with AI, it consumes as much water as an entire glass or more. There is no good use being put forward with this except for military, mass surveillance, and compilation of data. So I think that in the best interest of the community, we perhaps need to put a halt to it, at least in this area where you do have the authority to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. See a hand there in the back.
Silas Mason, District 2. I'm also here to talk about the data centers. You see, I am from Blount County and have been in my family for at least 3 generations back on the Ayers, the Teague-Taylors, the Prophets, and the Jeffreys. So I have skin in the game locally, not just for me, but for my niece and my nephew, and the kids that one day I hope to have. But I've also traveled around, and I worked at the Amerisource Virgin in South Haven, Mississippi, where those data centers are. And let me tell you, from my friends and people I know that live there, those things suck. They're loud, all they do is cause a bunch of noise pollution, and as we've heard before, they take up all the water. But what I really want to talk about is the social cost of the AI. Every time we go in and do like a drive-through, Bojangles, Taco Bell, take your pick, it's a robot you're talking to. My landlord's a computer, the PMI. You know, it's like I got to talk to that on my phone. People aren't getting the benefit of these things. You're not getting young kids whose first job is at a drive-thru or whose first job is going to be scanning your groceries. We got to do that now. And is any one of those grocery baggers making any more money? No. In fact, a lot of those people, Dollar General, got to work on Thanksgiving without holiday pay. Who is getting the benefit of these data centers? It's probably the same people who are redistricting everything commercial, getting kickbacks for their buddies and their little developer friends because they're going to be dead soon. Who cares? They already made their money. They're fine. Well, the rest of us have something that we believe in, and that is this place right here and the people in it. And the people in this place matter, not the numbers in some billionaire's bank account so that he can run a boutique child pornography machine. Look up Spicy Grok. That's exactly what they're doing with it. And I am furious about this, and you should be too. And you should be banging down the doors of those people at Alcoa, and you should be saying no. The people of Blount County do not want this. The people of Alcoa do not want this. The people of Maryville do not want this. And we will not have it, and we will not stand for it, because the consent of the governed is that of the people. We're the ones in control. And by hell or high water, we ain't gonna have it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Anyone else wish to speak to items not on the agenda? Raise your hand at this time. Yes, ma'am.
This is the second time that I've talked in front of you. It's been years ago. And after the last meeting, I talked to my two commissioners about Morganton Road. All the population on District 6.
What's your name, ma'am?
Linda
I'm sorry.
Gentry.
Linda Gentry.
And I'm wondering when the Pellissippi Parkway extension and the planning of Morganton Road, with all the things that's been built down there, it's a 2-lane country road. It's never hardly ever been done anything to the road. Potholes all the way down. On the sides of the road, it's caving in. Everywhere it's cracked. And I would like to have the money back down there on Morganton Road. You got 2 Amazons down there. You got a new road down there that's coming into Morganton Road. You got 411 and Lamar Alexander Highway coming in to Morganton Road. It is bumper to bumper down there. It's a dangerous road. It always has been. A lot of people's been killed there, and youngs can tell it. Look back in the history. And even from my road, 754 La Follette Drive, I live just about to Greenback. And this road needs to be widened and paved as good as William Blount Road and all the surrounding roads that I've talked about. This money has to go back down there, and the road needs to be paved, widened, and fixed just like every one of the roads around there. You're talking about all this other stuff coming in here. That road cannot handle what's on there. Alcoa, Maryville, any of these roads cannot handle this at all. If you come during certain times of the day, then you can't even get nowhere. It takes me 35 minutes to get to Maryville. And it used to take me 6 minutes when I lived down there to start with. And time has slowly, at 71 I am now, and I seen everything come down there. So I watched all this. And I talked about a trailer being put in there on Morganton Road at the gas station, just right down from Foothills Bomb, right on the road. And I'm wondering how Maryville got that done. And who lives there? And where in the world did they pass that to get that trailer in there when we need a road widened? I mean, seriously, bad. All of you should be concerned about that road and what's going in down there. We can't handle any more population down there at all. And I know there's projects going to be
Ma'am, I'm
put down
sorry.
there.
Your time has expired. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Others wishing to speak to items not on the agenda, please raise your hand. Have I missed anybody? All right, I see no further hands. All right, thank you all for attending. Thank you for speaking to us on these issues. Chair will stand for a motion to adjourn. Without objection, we're adjourned.